I'm just sick of the black people on the internet talking about I'm not with her. Okay, so if you're not with her, that means you with Trump. And y'all need to block every last one of their asses on Facebook and on Instagram and social media and stop. Like, that's just garbage.
Yeah.
It's just garbage.
Can everybody we be united on anything?
Can't agree on a bucket of chicken. One person want a hot dog.
I always complain.
Black folks get on my nerves, man. Why everybody making all these celebrities making all these videos going off on Kamala Harris and stuff, and then the black men, Kamala Harris didn't prosecute you and treated you bad in court. I got treated bad in court too, but I'm with her.
As I've said often on this channel, there is this triangle, if you will, in the black community. I've heard Vince Everett Ellison talk about this too. There's this conglomerate of folks in the black community whose sole purpose is to undermine, sabotage black people from advancing. I call them the black Bougie elite. Some people call them the black boule. Either way, it's these people. These are the ones who claim to represent black people, but they really don't. They represent themselves. They're in the business to elevate themselves. They are the ones who the white liberal puppet masters utilize to give their talking points, to give their agenda, to tell the black people every 2 to 4 years how to vote, to tell black people what their culture is, to tell black people that their blackness is greater than their relationship with God. It's these black bougie elite people, and I will spell them out for you. I've talked about the church plant pastors constantly. We know who they are. And then you have the black sororities, the fraternities, the AKAs, the Deltas, the Alphas, the Kappas, all those folks. They're also part of the black bourgeoisie. And then you have the entertainers, comedians, athletes. They're also part of the black bougie elite, the black bourgeoisie. They're all working together, conspiring together to keep you in your place because they benefit from you being ignorant. They benefit from you doing what they tell you to do. That's how they get paid. Did you know Kamala Harris was paying all these influencers to say these things for her? Did you know she was paying all these influencers? I hate that word influencer. It's very manipulative, but that's what they're doing. And so the latest example is this comedian, Rickey Smiley. I've known about Rickey Smiley for a long time. When I was down in Alabama, Rickey Smiley was from Birmingham. He did a few comedy shows. I've been to his comedy shows. So I've known about Rickey Smiley for a long time. And he presents himself as a Christian, right? Just like a lot of these black bougie elite people do. But their Christianity is only based upon being accepted by the culture. It's not based upon the word of God. And especially if you decide to think for yourself. Oh man, these black bougie elite people will come after you like never before.
Either one of those governors would have been a great choice for Kamala Harris. I'm just sick of the black people on the internet talking about I'm not with her. Okay, so if you're not with her, that means you with Trump. And y'all.
So what's wrong with being with Trump? In the black community, that is like saying you are a racist. That's like saying that you are with the KKK, because black people have been convinced that saying that you're with Trump is saying that you are a white supremacist. That's you being the black face of white supremacy. That's you being a black face speaking white supremacist talking points. That's what that means. It has nothing to do with the fact that you're standing on biblical values, and neither choice is great, okay? Neither choice is ideal. Neither choice is ideal. But you want to vote for the person and the policy that the person has that's closest to biblical values. That's how you vote as a Christian. Which one will allow you to live a quiet and peaceful life with all reverence and allow you to further the gospel of Christ? That's how you should decide to vote when you go into the voting booth. Not because the person looks like you. Not because the person shares the same gender as you.
I need to block every last one of their on Facebook and on Instagram and social media and stop. Like, that's just garbage.
Yeah.
It's just garbage.
Can everybody be united on anything?
Can't agree on a bucket of chicken. One person want a hot dog.
I always complain.
Black folks get on my Earth, man. Why everybody making all these celebrities making all these videos going off on Kamala Harris and stuff, and then the black men? Kamala Harris didn't prosecute you and treated you bad in court. I got treated bad in court too, but I'm with her.
Rickey Smiley, that's fine. You can be with Kamala Harris. Don't get upset because you see other people saying things that are against Kamala Harris. But see, like I told you, this dude gets paid he has a radio show like Steve Harvey, like D.L. Hughley, all these black Bougie elite people. They get paid to keep you in your place. They get paid to tell you what to think. That's the problem we have in America. Too many people don't think for themselves. They let people like this dude tell you what to think. And so he's getting frustrated because that no longer works. You have access to too much information and black people are starting to wake up. And so people like him are losing their place. They are losing their place. And if Kamala Harris loses, these people will probably lose their jobs because their sole purpose, the reason why they're on the air is to tell you how to think. You got to understand what's behind the curtain, okay? The only reason people like this are on the air is because they want black people to think the same thing, because they need to use racism. They need to use this white supremacist stuff. They need to keep black people angry and agitated to make sure they still do what they want them to do. That's the only reason they put people like this in place like that. Do you think a person that tells black people to think for themselves will have a high profile gig on a radio show? Think about that. It's guys like him, guys like Roland Martin, it's guys that think like that are the ones that get the high profile shows. You ever thought about that? There's a reason for that, because they have a message that they want to communicate. Why do you think certain preachers are always the ones that get elevated around this time of year? There's a certain message that they want black people to receive, and these are the people they use to communicate that message.
Because a vote for her, if you sit at home and you don't support her, you are definitely supporting Donald Trump. You can vote for who you want to, but don't be trying to encourage other people and sit up there and put bad stuff. Where's that same energy for Donald Trump?
Yeah. Well, you know I'm just like, don't vote for him. It is what it is.
Y'all not even out here doing real research to look at her record. If you do the research or whatever, stop believing everything you read and do real research, you can see what her record is. You can see what she has.
That's the thing. People have done real research and they realize that she's not for anyone, especially black people. So that's why they're not going to vote for her. Come on, man. These people are a trip. You know, and I'm getting tired of people that constantly send me stuff related to Trump, Kamala Harris, all this stuff. If you sit at home and think about Donald Trump 24/7, you got a problem. There's so many other things you could be doing with your life, being productive. You could be reading your Bible, you could be praying, you could be fasting, you could be involved in your children's lives. There's so much you can do besides thinking about Donald Trump and Kamala Harris, honestly. But again, these people are paid to tell you how to think. That's their job.
Done. I think you can Google what have Kamala Harris done for the black community, or things that black people benefit from a lot. We need to stand with her. Yes. We need to stand with her. She's great. She will make a great president. And what a blessing to be living in a time where a black woman can become president of the United States of America. In our time, we get a black man and a black woman become president. That's unheard of.
Come on, man.
Stop.
There you go again. Symbolism. It's all about symbolism. These were the same people complaining about Joe Biden a month ago, but now they all behind Kamala Harris. They conveniently forget she was the one in the White House with Joe Biden. But now, because the Democrats put that carrot in front of them, these black people start tap dancing, start running, start doing their thing again. Boy, it is embarrassing. Rickey Smiley, you're embarrassing, sir. You should be telling people on your radio show, do your research, think for yourself. He personally may be with her, but I encourage you to come to your own conclusion. That's how a real talk show host, a person that was not being paid, will conduct himself. But because you're being paid, you have to now be an apologist for Kamala Harris. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to tap dance. I'm not going to sell myself out. Only kind of apologist I will be is a biblical apologist, or apologist for Jesus, okay? I'll be a Christian apologist. He's the only one that's worth laying down our lives for, not for a politician. especially one that doesn't care about you.
I've been
messy. Be on the right side of history. Be on the right side of history.
It's just the Amber Rose and everybody got all these videos and stuff and talking about Kamala Harris talking out of both sides of her. How would you say something so disrespectful? Even if you felt that way, I wouldn't dare make a video or say nothing like that to the vice president of the United States of America that's trying to stand up and that's going to possibly pick 2 United States Supreme Court justices or whatever to try to keep the laws in place that Thurgood Marshall and all of the people that have paved the way and try to redo and get back into some of this settled law, women's rights to choose your voting rights.
Dude, see, it's people like him. People like him are so ignorant, they have no idea what they're talking about. He's just rambling. He has no specifics as to what Kamala Harris is going to do once she becomes president, because she doesn't have anything on her website to explain what she's going to do. It's all platitudes. There's no substance to Kamala Harris. There's no substance to this platform. But because they feel they can get away with it, they do it. And they have these mouthpieces like Rickey Smiley to egg people on, to confuse people, to manipulate people, to propagandize people to vote for her.
Brown versus the Board of Education. Do your homework, black
hold
people.
up. Let me just tell you something right here that could be very historic. And Kay pointed this out to me. If Kamala Harris is elected, she would be sworn in.
She could be sworn
on
in
MLK Day
by the first black Supreme
and
Court and
possibly by Ketanji Brown Jackson.
Yeah.
Does that not give you chills?
Come on
Stop
now.
it.
Did you hear that? Not because she's going to propose policies that elevate people, that get the government off of people's back, that allows people to realize the passions and dreams that they have. You should vote for Kamala Harris because she has the opportunity to be sworn in on MLK Day by Ketanji Brown Jackson. If that's not a compelling reason to vote for Kamala Harris, I don't know what is.
Does that not send
Maria,
just make your whole body vibrate?
Maria,
oh my
I can
God.
go deep.
She said make your whole body vibrate because did she just say does that make your whole body vibrate? Lord have mercy. These are that triangle. These black bougie elite, that's the triangle, man. They are there to keep you in bondage. They're there to keep you in place. They are there to keep you thinking the way that the white liberal puppet masters want you to think. That's the sole reason they are there. The church plant pastors, the sorority groups, and these entertainers, comedians, and athletes. That's what they do. They all work together in the middle. You're in the middle. And their sole purpose is to give you constant messaging to tell you what to think.
Deep in the net. You got a member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated reading in a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated into the White House. What's wrong with y'all?
Come on, man.
MLK holiday.
But y'all mad because she ain't talking about reparations.
Who was a member of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated?
Come on now.
Come on now.
Now you come on now, Rickey Smiley. You come on now and be transparent with your audience. Stop telling them what to think. Stop tap dancing and being a sambo for the white liberal puppet masters that give you your talking points. You said nothing in that monologue, that soliloquy, that has any substance to it. Black people are supposed to vote for Kamala Harris because she has the opportunity to be sworn in by a Delta on MLK Day who happen to be an Alpha. If you vote, I'm gonna say this for everybody, and please share this with your friends. Please share it with the ones that I know you argue with, the ones that want you to keep silent when you tell them that you're thinking for yourself. Please share this. Please share this with them. If you vote for Kamala Harris simply because she has black in her, is a woman, and is an AKA, you deserve what you get. You really do deserve what you get. You are the low information voter that these people bank on. You are the ignorant voter that they bank on. You are the ignorant voter that they think they can parade Megan Thee Stallion on the stage, and just because you have her up there twerking on stage, you're gonna vote for Kamala Harris. That's how low they think of you. That's how low they think of us. The sole purpose of this triangle is to keep black people victims. We're not victims. We are empowered for greatness.